Vodafone presents the pre-match.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the ESL Pro League. Time for the Vodafone pre-match, and it is our final match of the day. Kevin, Cloud9 and eUnited, two teams that we haven't been able to have a look at so far today. But did watch eUnited yesterday against the Renegades, and that was a performance that left a little bit to be desired for them. Obviously a fairly new team coming into the ESL Pro League, but they have been together a little while now. So see how well they're going to mesh in here, see how well they're going to step up to the plate against what is a very new look Cloud9.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not certain what to make of the roster changes for Cloud9 for now just yet, but we'll have to see how it goes ultimately because, well, Flusher and Golden come in this lineup. Oh, that's not something you would have heard probably even 6 months ago.
6 months ago, no way at all. I mean, even when Golden was added to the lineup, which was a little while ago now, that was kind of a surprise. They had Steeko in for a little bit as well. It was like, what is going on for Cloud9? Now they've got Flusher. Never did I ever think that I would see this be the case. I mean, Flusher is always someone that you've associated with Fnatic. If you say the name Fnatic, you say the name Flusher or vice versa. Maybe not so much the case for Golden, as he's kind of still making his entry into the top tier of Counter-Strike. But looking at the rosters for today, it's what you would expect out for both sides, I guess, if you've been following things. But if you haven't, and if you'd been, you know, a Cloud9 fan like last year, you'd be like, okay, well, Rush, Automatic, Skadoodle, yeah, I know these guys. Who's Golden? Who's Flusher? I've never seen these before. But I'm interested to see how this Cloud9 roster is going to go. I do think that they'll be able to be at least a force to reckon within the North American scene.
I was going to say, it's been a tumultuous time for Cloud9, obviously, so we have to see how this season goes for them. I don't think we should put too much stock into looking at this Cloud9 roster and going, oh, these guys need to be in finals, etc., etc. I think this is very much a rebuilding time, even though they are a major winning team, especially the Core 3, or even Core 4 now, you've got to consider, because Flusher is a major winning champion. It still is going to take a little bit of time for these pieces to get back together. And for eUnited, I mean, coming into this this series in particular, I think they just played a series against Rogue in a different competition where they split 1-1. Yeah. So a couple of positive signs for eUnited. It's not as if they don't have an opportunity of getting a few rounds, maybe even an upset if Cloud9 don't turn up in the server today. It's just going to be very difficult to do so.
Yeah, and speaking of eUnited, obviously a lot of new players on that roster, players that haven't come into this this season, into Pro League before this season. But if you want to come into Pro League, maybe Mountain Dew League is the way to do that. You can get there through ESA.net/MDL, figure all that stuff out, and maybe get your way into ESL Pro League one day down the track. But yeah, that's the interesting point for eUnited, I think, is that, you know, 4 out of the 5 players, I think, have not played in the NA Pro League ever. And Relics being the one that has, but even last season he didn't play. I think his last season was actually season 5, maybe, by reckoning.
Wait, what?
Relics.
Season 5?
5. Season 6 or season 5? He didn't play last season.
I think he played Season 6 for Misfits, if I remember correctly. Maybe Season 5, you might be correct. Maybe. It has been a while. It's just, you always see Relics as a name inside Tarek's content, so maybe that's another thing, because I was always going, all right, so Relics is still playing, obviously. And for a lot of these names like Moose, Ace, Dazzler, as well as Dapper, Dapper's been around for quite a while, but for Ace, Dazzler, and Moose, they've always been floating around for quite a while inside, I guess, what you call the ECA Mountain Dew League. So it's not as if they're untested in terms of the top-tier competition like the ECA Mountain Dew League. It's just coming into now the upper echelon. How they're going to perform, how they're going to be tested, how they're going to learn and build from here. This is really the breaking ground, right? If you get broken, you can survive. You're going to be so much stronger from here.
Yeah, I think this roster is definitely a team that's looking to build in, and maybe not necessarily looking to get all the way to the finals, but obviously if they were to make their way to Odense, that would be fantastic for them. It would be a very incredible result for eUnited, and that would be a pretty cool storyline for us December 7th to 9th if we do see eUnited there at those finals, see what they can do. But Cloud9, definitely a team that you might expect to see at those finals, at least in days of old. They've been one of, if not the best teams in the North American region. And there's an opportunity for them to kind of reach those heights again with this roster. But I feel as though the North American competition toward the top end of things right now is actually quite strong. So Cloud9 are going to have to do some serious work.
I don't know. It's just, I don't want to overhype up this Cloud9 roster shift. Obviously, it seems like they've got all the firepower that should theoretically work. They've got the recipe of success in terms of a Golden who's going to be IGLing. Like I was saying earlier, Automatic and Rush are always consistent, and then you've got Skadoodle who's, when he's on point, is able to win you the game. But the problem here is how those pieces are going to fit together. That's the ultimate crux of the problem.
Indeed, but one more thing that we need to check on, Kevin. Betway odds leaning towards Cloud9, understandably. No real surprises there, but there's a little bit of a shift. I mean, a 1.5 for Cloud9 is, it's not dead set. It's not 1.1 or 1.05 or something like that. It's not saying Cloud9 is going to win this match. There's still a bit of a up in the air kind of thing there.
I mean, two things here, right? Is that I won't be surprised to see eUnited pull an upset, at least in one map. And the second thing is, doesn't matter how big or small the odds are, there is always a chance. I've seen, this is from Season 5, I've seen Splites coming back from 11 to 1 odds to win the game against, I think, SK at the time. Bear in mind it was SK and Inferno, but...
I mean, it can happen, right?
It happens, right? That's what I'm trying to say, is that obviously Cloud9 are favored, I do agree with it, but I wouldn't count eUnited out of the series just yet.
Yeah, I mean, you look back at the history between these two teams even, and it kind of actually does favour this eUnited roster. I think they played against each other in the Chicago qualifiers for the North American region, and eUnited ended up winning those, so they're going to Chicago instead of Cloud9, and that was in a best-of-5 as well, which I believe ended up being 3-1 in the favour of eUnited. So... what's going on there? Now, admittedly, that was Cloud9 with Stico, but we're moving on to Overpass, and this was a map that did go the way of eUnited in said closed qualifiers for IEM Chicago. 16-6 was the result, favouring eUnited the last time these two have played. I mean, I was looking across the map stats for Cloud9, kind of trying to get a bit of a feel for how they operate as a roster. But again, they are a new roster, so it's kind of hard to tell, but like it didn't even look like any of the maps, statistically speaking, were that great for Cloud9, but it has been a bit of a tough time. It's been a tumultuous period. They've had a kind of a revolving door of late, and hopefully now with a bit of extra stability here in the ESL Pro League, if they can sort of nut it out with this roster and figure things out, then we might see a bit of a better Cloud9, and certainly starting off well. Golden and Rush opening up that B site. Relics will fall as well to the gun of Golden. Time to retrieve the bomb for Rush. Moose on his own against 4. I mean, this is Cloud9's map pick, but I don't think it's necessarily a terrible map for eUnited either, so could be in for a pretty close one.
Oh, the pistol is not close by any margins. Only Flusher that's going to drop down, but otherwise Cloud9 faster than the B-bomb site. Pretty easy for them. And every single time I hear Moose, I just think, I want Chocolate Moose now.
Chocolate Moose. I'll be honest, I don't really feel like Chocolate Moose right now.
I wonder why, Jordan. I wonder why.
Cloud9 up 1-0, however. We've got a pause. Not sure what the issue is.
I think this is a tech pause, but I don't know what gives that away.
I would have had to assume it is a tech pause, and that has been confirmed. So, not sure, again, what the issue is, but it is a technical pause. So, either someone's PC is not working, or a server's not working, or something's not working. But it looks like it's a relatively minor fix. Maybe someone's headset was broken. But we're back into the game. That's good. I like it. Rather have a quick tech pause than a long one. And Cloud9, I'm sure, would like that as well, as they got that momentum off the pistol. They want to knock over eUnited here on the pistol armor by... Dazzle does have a UMP, so a bit of an investment there. But for eUnited, it's a tough round, and for Cloud9, it's one where they should start to look to assert their dominance in this matchup, because there is a lot of experience, a lot of history across many of the players on this Cloud9 roster. And they should be a team that should beat eUnited, but we have yet to see this Cloud9 roster really in full effect.
A lot of jump spotting coming around, but Cloud9 still going to be persisting down the route of Long A, and Relics is going to be leading the charge with the Desert Eagle. Going to be firing off a few shots, and eUnited have managed to do some good work so far. It's only Automatic and Skadoodle left alive. And Automatic's already tagged down very, very low as well, if not just down to the floor, and it's all down to Skadoodle, but just not enough bullets in the UMP, and that means that eUnited actually managed to win the force buy.
And
they get
two
both.
AKs.
They get both assault rifles, and yeah.
Not a great start for Cloud9. Obviously, you'd love to start with the pistol, but the follow-up there, not too great at all. eUnited are going to be very pleased with how things have gone so far. Force buy again, however, from Cloud9. Skadoodle does miss out, being the AWPer. But no utility at all here for Cloud9, and already a huge chunk of damage.
just your standard HE nade has just done so much, and Ace, you gotta bail it out of there, buddy, mate. Dazzle's already far back, and you're gonna get pincered on from 2 angles. You can't be fighting like that. Golden, double kill with the Desert Eagle, man with a golden gun. It's gonna continue forward.
Doesn't matter if you don't have utility, if you can get headshots with the Deagle on the entry. We'll be able to open up that bomb site well enough. M4 now for Golden, needs to try and stop Dapper here. In the end, the bomb actually doesn't quite get planted. Automatic didn't stick it. Not such a big issue though for Cloud9, as they have managed to clean up a few frags. Now Relics might actually get the kill onto Golden here, but the bomb does go down regardless. And a good headshot across from Golden even before he does drop makes life much more difficult for Relics. He'll get taken down, and eUnited, for their own right, can't hold on to the anti-force buy.
That was really just down to a really bad protocol from Dazzle and Ace, and this is where you kind of get punished by just making even the most minuscule mistake, right? Ace is backing off a little bit too slowly compared to Dazzle. That's either not communicated or their protocol's fallen apart, and you can just instantly see Golden, just 2 headshots to the Desert Eagle, A bomb site, it's open, and eUnited can't really do much rotating back out. They don't have the players to get back in the position from that point onwards. So Cloud9, a blip, but they're back on the radar. eUnited, they're also forcing back into this as well, so really just a back and forth game so far. We're getting the action very early on.
So instead he wins the race for Cloud9. Expecting some sort of aggression from eUnited here. And they would be somewhat correct. Dazzle's position is a little bit off-kilter. He does manage to get the better of Skadoodle. So Cloud9 working their way methodically through the map now, having spotted Dazzle out. They do have the player advantage. 4 versus 3. But still not map control. Still waiting, still biding their time. Golden's quite far up long. Aside from that, however, Cloud9 have quite a bit of room to cover.
Moose
not a lot of time to do it with.
Yeah, 35 seconds. Moose now really going to be the danger person. He's quite close to the spoilers position, but Automatic just seems to be reading what's going on at this stage. Now Relics, he has to pull off a Golden at the moment. When he spotted out, plays around the smoke grenades wisely, might be able to be rewarded with more. And you can see, tags out Automatic as well. Relic still playing around on the site.
No way.
And the Desert Eagle is just given so many one-on-ones. And Rush, he's going to have to plant inside the smoke. That's going to give time for Dapper to come around the sidelines. Relics, now noticing where Rush is trying to chime in with damage. Dapper coming ever so forward. And
How
it's once again another trade coming out. Your boy Skylar coming in big.
Again and again and again. That's 4 rounds in a row now where we've gone 1-1-1-1. No one can seem to lock it down against the Desert Eagles. Cloud9, they kind of have enough money for a buy here again if they want to. Rush and Flusher can afford AKs. The rest will have Deagles, armor. Goodness me.
I mean, this is just pretty solid positioning from Relics. Gets the first headshot along A, but Cloud9 just using their smokes. You can see those are their smokes, and Relics is using them to pristine perfection just to isolate and win those one-on-one deals. Wins the round pretty much for eUnited as well, because Cloud9 were in the advantageous situation. Ace is going, Dazzle, what are you doing, mate? Get back here. We're not making the same mistake as before.
Are they? We shall see. Cloud9 certainly have a good enough buy to put a bit of a spanner in the works for eUnited. Ace will find Golden though, charging through the smoke. Not what you want to be doing, headed into an MP9. Rush is looking for the trade here, but the smoke goes down. Which will keep eUnited safe. Looks to be a boost here though for Rush. Not sure what he will be seeing from this position, however, as eUnited have backed away into the bomb site. They'll now play that numbers game.
They have lost a lot of this A map territory quite early on, though. Need to be very cautious, and I'd say that eUnited needs to make a progressive play at B, or either that, stack another person on the A bomb site. I think they've just done that. Moose has come up to join his brethren over at the A bomb site. Dazzle managing to find the first pick onto Rush. He's just going to back off to safety. Smoke's going to come forward now for Cloud9 as they look to attack, even though they are 2 men down.
Kind of have to commit to it. With the two AKs, they can still make something happen here through the smoke. No kill for Flusher, and in the end, he'll be flanked by Dazzle, which does result in another frag going the way of eUnited. Automatic trying to hold from a close position. Scoodle will actually find Dazzle with the scout, but we'll need to see more of that if Cloud9 is to win this round. And just the unbridled aggression out from the SMG that it does provide or does allow will be too much for Cloud9 to deal with. Finally, 2 rounds in a row, and it goes the way of eUnited.
So maybe some semblance of normality has restored itself, Jordan, because I'm just hoping that we don't see any more Deagle rounds victories. As good as they are, shouldn't be happening all the time.
It's exciting to watch, yes. But I get your point. Cloud9 on to the Eco for the first time in the map. 5 rounds, 6 rounds in even. They do have weaponry. They do have Desert Eagles, CZs. Who knows what can happen? It's already been a pretty bumpy ride so far.
I think Dazzle's dead. There you go. They've actually gotten the 2 kills, one on the B site, one on the A site. Flusher opening up some opportunities, and now Ace in a precarious situation as Skadoodle just pressures him. CT Defender's going to be split up, and Cloud9, they can use this to their advantage. Oh, I was about to say, I thought we're out of this madness, but we're still on the roller coaster of pistols.
This is just insane. I don't think I've ever watched a game of Counter-Strike like this.
We have.
Yeah,
I watch it every single day. It's called Australian Counter-Strike.
Not to this extent. Like, it doesn't go 6 or 7 rounds in. It's like you might get to round 4 or 5, but then it sort of gets cleaned up. You think that United have it cleaned up there in the last round. Maybe they still do. They do have the AKs. If the next kill goes the way of Cloud9, it could be an interesting one. Unfortunately for C9, United do manage to clutch it out in the end. Dapper, 3 kills for him. Nicely done. Too close for comfort, though, for eUnited, and a fairly expensive round. Cloud9 buying in here, as you would expect. And, well, I'm not really going to be able to reset eUnited fully. Moose has got a fairly decent amount, Dapper as well. But it'll go a long way in breaking that CT economy if Cloud9 were to win this round.
Automatic actually has the AWP, but that might be due to spawn positions. Or Automatic's just an AWPer now? Sure, why not? Even Rush is an AWPer if you ask certain people. Just not the Aussies.
Yeah, don't ask.
Just not the Aussies.
Don't ask Order. Again, Cloud9 just spreading themselves out. It has not been particularly quickly played T side here. Not too much aggression early in the rounds. United are quite content with that. They keep on holding on to the utility for quite a while. There's not a whole lot of it left now, but even still, Ace with the incendiary, Relics with an incendiary. There's a decent amount here. Ace being one of the players up on the A bomb site. That does seem to be where Cloud9 is headed. If he gets the incendiary down on the default bomb plant spot, there could be problems for Cloud9 now this late in the round. Even though it does look like Cloud9 is going to get that wall of smokes up. Let's see how this one goes. Molly straight down to deny Cloud9's approach a little bit. Dazzle was spotted. Rush gets the kill onto Ace in the meanwhile as well. So Dahl on Moose to claw his way back in, but doesn't seem like that is going to be the option for eUnited. Cloud9 bombed down. And the 4v2 post plant. The only way that this goes wrong for eUnited, or rather for Cloud9, is that Relics was able to find 2 from the back here. He's gotten 1, but now his position is known. He's going to walk right into Skadoodle. Dapper has already dropped. Cloud9 will win the round. United. Oh, question is, do they buy here or not?
Yeah, so Automatic is now primary AWPer on the T side.
Is that so?
That's interesting. I mean, Automatic can do it all, I guess. Automatic can do everything. But it's just interesting to see that they're trying to change up Skadoodle's role as well a little bit. As Another force buy. There's a deagle. We know what that means.
Yep. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. United want to hang on to this little bit of an advantage that they do have on the CT side. Cloud9 now with a little bit of presence into dirty water. Usher waiting to see if anyone on eUnited is going to show some aggression or a tendency to push out of the B site. But so far, eUnited have not really been the side that has played too forward on their CT just yet. We haven't seen anything toward Party early in the round in terms of AWPs, taking peaks. I mean, not that eUnited have really had AWPs, but there hasn't been too much aggression on that CT side. I guess part of the reason is that their economy hasn't been good. Cloud9 making their way into the B site very quickly indeed, and it's looking fantastic for them. Utility usage has been good. However, Moose actually does get Flusher, so that'll force Automatic to plant the bomb. And eUnited now even player situation. Skadoodle on 2 HP, Golden on 60. Definitely a winnable round here for eUnited, and a pop flash into dirty water from Moose. He is going to spot out Skadoodle. Free kill for him, and an upgrade to the AK. Damage across to Automatic now, as he is headshot through the floor. Good shot from the AWP, however, does get Dazzle. It's Moose versus Automatic, 1v1, and Moose just needs one shot, so too does Automatic. Information is given, but time is ticking away, so Moose has to move quickly, and Automatic is playing that timer to perfection. Should be an unwinnable round now for Moose. I don't think he's got time to defuse, which he does not, even despite the kit. The AWP will be taken through for eUnited, but the round will go the way of Cloud9.
Two things I want to say quickly is that I really liked what eUnited did on the retake. It looks like they've got a structure in terms of, all right, we need to get our guy into dirty water. Could be tees. We've got a flashbang read to get you out of unders. We don't see that all the time, so that's always good to see how teams structure their retake, even though eUnited don't manage to win it. The second thing is that you're talking about how eUnited are playing really far back. I do think it depends on what their philosophy in this game is, right? If they need to start taking a few more rounds, they do need to start throwing some spanners into the works. That means that they have to go aggressive, take this toilet's control, and make sure Cloud9 can't assume the map control for granted. And that's something they're doing in this round. It isn't a buy round they're doing it in, admittingly. It is a forced buy round. But it's better to try something risky right now and see what you can do to adapt away, I guess, as opposed to just let Cloud9 run all over you.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's not like Cloud9 has necessarily been running all over eUnited, but you're getting the sense that Cloud9 are kind of starting to take control of this T-side just a little bit. eUnited is kind of along for the ride, and they've managed to get 4.
Here's the thing, though, is that Cloud9 have been able to take map control pretty much every single time and just use it from here. Like, eUnited at this stage should be like, okay, have we heard anything mid? No. Okay, Ace has got unders control. This is 100% a B-side attack. There's no presence at long A. There's no presence at mid. They haven't heard anything. And all these grenades are coming out B. They're 100% no, and there's just no one here.
Ace only with a 1-for-1. Golden jumping with the AK does actually open it up for Relics, but again, only a 1-for-1 for eUnited. Not too bad still. Dapper won't last much longer there in the smoke, one would think. Cloud9 actually haven't shut him down just yet, so bought a little bit more time for a rotate to come across, and that is going to be Dazzle coming in from Monster. His angle is definitely not big. Dazzle spamming away. He's going to survive on 4 HP, and this puts Skadoodle in a precarious position with only 10 seconds left. This is an important kill onto Dazzle, but he just can't get it. Dazzle actually got the kill, and 5 is up for eUnited. The force buy works. Cloud9, again, another round falls by the wayside.
They just took way too long to move on to the B-bomb side. They didn't clear out. Golden, really questionable jumping in like that. That's a ballsy move in a half, but Relic so far has been on point with the pistol. It just felt like Cloud9 were taking a little bit too long. eUnited did have the information thanks to earlier to that long A push, and so their players were already on the rotate, ready to come into the B-bomb site. And now, fast mid-aggression coming out. Dazzle's close here, though.
He's in the smoke. They've gone past him. And now he knows that it's the time to strike. 2 kills, and also the information given across. He does get traded out by Automatic. Just far too many bodies to throw at him. But he did his job well enough for eUnited. At this point, Automatic really can only just look for damage. Should be pretty impactful damage, given the CT economy right now, but Can't even get another kill. 6-4 is up for eUnited. Very good round out for them. Builds that CT economy. Cloud9 will take an eco as well.
Just smart play coming out from Dazzle there. Much better after they lose. Like, they lost a single round and they went, all right, this is what went wrong. We'll fix it immediately. And you can see that their Dazzle is not in a position to rotate out. He goes, I'm going to make a sick play. Watch this, guys.
Did indeed make a sick play. Wins the round for eUnited. Moose will take a little peek into pass. And he'll get all 4. Very nice spray down from Moose. Got to give him credit there. Against the pistols, sure, but can only work with what you've got. Golden with only a Glock. And he won't last much longer either. 7's up on that CT side.
That's the ace for Moose.
Oh my god.
It was against Glocks, but still an ace regardless. That's going to give some confidence.
Moose, are you kidding me? Who am
I'm really hungry now. Like, every single time I say the word moose, I just want to go eat food. Thank you, Jordan, for providing me food. Thank you. I'll take them, actually. He's got a name that makes me hungry. Then he's got, what, frags that making me hungry as well. He's just looking good overall. They've taken this mid control. Cloud9.
How's that grenade done no damage?
It went too far. But here's the problem, right? Is eUnited have about 4 people over at A. Guess where's weak? B. They're going to have to play retake B. That's what they're doing.
But they did have a player advantage and a player wrapping around the back. So even if this bomb plant does go down, especially if Dapper gets that kill onto Flasher, which he is easily able to do. Now eUnited in a very good spot for this retake. Decent amount of utility available. A few flashbangs, a couple of incendiaries, some SMGs to send first to find that info. For the rifles to then get the trade. Dazzle will walk in through Monster. Has been spotted out by Rush. Maybe it's enough of a distraction for eUnited to get in here. Doesn't look like it, however, as Cloud9 opposing a staunch defense. And Relics in a 1v1. Knows the position of Automatic, but he needs at least 2 frags. The smoke down is going to give Automatic some room to work with. And in the end, Cloud9 hold onto the bomb site against the odds. eUnited will be kicking themselves for that round because that was one that could have gone begging.
Scooter coming out from short with that double kill, I think sealed the deal pretty much at the end of the day. Also did, I think, a heavy chunk of damage over to Relics. I think just taking a little bit too long. They knew what was going on. They needed to rotate a lot quicker. They had to buy about 10-15 seconds getting set up for the retake, and as a result, they didn't have much to go on. Going to be a long A control coming out from Ace this time around with the AWP, but let's see if they're wary of this on Cloud9. Automatic. Not taking the angle fast enough. I might be jumping the gun a little bit here, but I don't like this idea of automatic AWPing.
Oh, well, early days, really.
I just feel he's so much more impactful as a rifler as opposed to an AWPer. Just my 2 cents, though.
Everyone's entitled to their opinion. I haven't seen enough of it, really, to comment just yet.
Chance play coming out from Rush, but unfortunately it rolls up as no dice. And he's going to be sent back. He's going to get locked in jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Good flashbangs coming out to allow the peak coming out from Moose, and Ace also denying Flusher any additional positioning. So Golden with the AWP. The real golden gun. But too many corridors to check, not enough time.
CT's win another round. eUnited on 8. Money's broken for Cloud9, so either they force pistols and armor in this round and try and go for 8-7, or they save here, look for 9-6 best case scenario. Looks like it'll be the force pistol and armor. Cloud9 not ready to give this one up just yet, and to be fair, they have had a lot of success with those pistols. But this does also leave the door open for eUnited to hit themselves up to 10 on the CT side.
I mean, when it comes to pistols, it's anyone's game at the end of the day, right? That's all it is.
Yep.
Never know what's going to happen. This game so far has been like a box of chocolates. You never know what's going to give you. You never know what you're going to get.
It's definitely been one that's been hard to predict. That is a wayward smoke from someone on Cloud9.
Yeah, I think Golden threw that. Yeah, once again, not really the best smoke that you'll see. As Ace spots out the shoulder, bags and tags.
Yeah, Dazzle follows up with a second as well, just to be the insurance. Cloud9 are just falling across the board. Dapper around the back with the M4. Dazzle trying to wallbang through into bathrooms. Not going to get the kill, but in the end, 9's up for eUnited. Money's absolutely cooked for Cloud9. So real good opportunity now for eUnited to get that 10th round on their first half.
Yeah, it'd be definitely a solid start on Overpass as well. 10 rounds,
What have they
take
got on
your
their
pistol.
T-side? That's the next question.
Yeah, exactly. And how are Cloud9 going to go? So far, it's been pretty flat coming in from Flusher in particular. eUnited have been looking the good so far as a comparison to Cloud9.
Yeah, definitely. So a better performance today than it was yesterday against Renegades. 1 for 1, however. Is the gun retrievable for Flusher? Doesn't seem like it.
Nope. He gets AWPed by Relics anyway, so...
Doesn't seem like the round is particularly retrievable for Cloud9 at this point. 4v2, tough ask indeed.
I mean, they can still make anything happen. All you require is one good pick or two good picks and you're onto the site, so... Golden, though, might just bite off a little bit more than he can chew. Isolated completely from Automatic with the bomb means that Automatic only has one calling point at the stage, which is to go back, try to play around it. It's going to pick up the Deagle.
Well, now he will definitely win the round.
Good choice. Signaling his intention is pretty fast and furious.
Yeah.
And it means that Moose knows what's going on.
10-5, first half, eUnited. You'll be pleased with that. Overpass. It's kind of hard to get a bit of a grasp on as to where it sort of sits at the moment, I think. But 10-5 on any half at any point is always going to be a pretty good result that you would be quite happy with.
I liked that eUnited have obviously come in today with their aim on point. This is something we didn't see against Renegades, obviously, when they played yesterday. It seemed like they couldn't really trade each other out. They were missing a few easy shots. They're looking much more on point, probably over-peaking a little bit from what I'd say their normal standards are, but it doesn't matter. And at the end of the day, if you're hitting your shots, can't really fault you for that.
No.
What I do also like is how they structure their retakes and how they're playing default as well a lot of the time. They're not winning rounds by doing really stupid plays. They're winning rounds by making smart, solid defensive plays. And when they are on the aggressive foot, they do it well-structured, well-timed. Once again, can't really fault it. And for Cloud9, didn't really have the economy to get themselves in into a good standing. They got reset pretty much every single time they were able to get one.
Automatic will go down early on in the piece in the gun round, but traded back at least by Flusher, whose position is not too bad, but Golden is the one that I want to point out. Getting around the back here, eUnited have kind of avoided the crisis by going to the B bomb side. If Rush, however, gets even one here, it's going to be problems for the T side. And indeed, that is what is going to be the case. It slows them down so astronomically that now it relies on Dapper 1 versus 2. He's hit a couple of nice headshots so far with that USP and does have time to work with here. But he's got a crossfire to deal with. Needs to find these two CTs one by one. He's floated across. That's cheeky work and finds Skadoodle. Now he knows, of course, that Golden was in short and he goes to the A-bomb site. Dapper with a chance now to clutch out the round. 4 kills for him is what he requires. But already he's done so much work even to just be able to get this bomb down.
I'm just going to say the balls on this dude, just a cross between a potential crossfire of 2 people.
Ooh.
Hasn't heard out, but hears him out now. Rush, or Golden should I say, hasn't had a kill yet, but he's got the kit, so it doesn't matter how long he takes. Dapper has to win this duel. It's all going to come down to the aim deals right now. Dapper puts him at a single bullet away from death. Golden can't stick it, and Dapper, 4 kills, clutches us out.
I thought he played himself a little bit there by planting the bomb like that and then trying to cross into long after being spotted, given the fact that the bomb's not really planted for him there on long. You know, it could have been a problem. Golden being able to take that aim duel, forcing Dapper obviously to play aggressively, knowing that he can't take that timer battle that he has been spotted. But in the end, I mean, he just wins the aim battle anyway. And eUnited come away with the pistol. What can go better for eUnited now? Dapper in form, in fine form as well by the looks of things. 11-5, and eUnited with the guns in their hands. Got to make sure that they don't drop anything to this force buy of Cloud9, which was a bit of a problem earlier on in the map at the start. But now they have a second opportunity.
Guess you have to see where eUnited really uses their utility, especially clean out this unders position. So they're taking their time to make sure that party's clear, but you still got Flusher and close toilets. Now they're going into unders, and automatic is going to be sussed out. Clearing out unders together. Relics gets given a present by Ace. Not the present that you want, though.
Love tap. It's like the equivalent of a sports person tapping their teammate on the butt, but the Counter-Strike version. Just
I don't know about that.
give him a cheeky tap.
I don't know about that, to be honest. No, I don't know about this setup that's coming out from eUnited at the moment. They're still getting the kills, though. Relics is going to be the distraction. He's going to draw at least 1 or 2 rotations.
Just the one so far, but that's enough.
Oh no, Rush has got its eagle. I've already seen how this goes. He's going to kill them all. He only gets 1.
He did not get the ace, but the ace got him. Come on, you got to give me some credit for that one. Thank you.
Don't know how well that clapping came out. I don't think it came out very well.
It came through. I think it came through. It was a pretty solid clap. But full eco now for Cloud9. USPs across the board. Okay, a flashbang for Golden. Not sure how much that is going to net the CT side.
Oh, baby, these nades don't do that much. That's surprising.
Disappointing even as well. Ace, however, is looking to farm up a little bit. He'll get absolutely decapitated. That leaves Dapper in a bit of a risky spot here. If he gets tagged up a little too much, which he now has been, has to back off. Gets the molly down. And the smoke. He's going to go all the way to T-spawn? No. Bob's going to get into the B-bomb site pretty easily, however. Now it's just a case of Cloud9 finishing off the round. Dazzle with the Mac-10 does get rid of Rush. That's an AK now for Golden. This round has not been without its loss for eUnited, but still a chance for someone to clean up, most likely Moose. It's been with the Mac-10.
It's been a very scrappy round so far, in all honesty, from eUnited. Doesn't look as tight as it could have been.
Yeah.
I think they might lose another AK here, actually. Flusher, if he's able to land the shot, so close. 3 HP on Moose. He's able to get away with an AK-47, but like I was saying, it was not used to this looseness coming out from eUnited. They've been generally running a pretty tight ship so far. I mean, in the previous anti-eco, you could definitely see that they were running a very structured anti-eco. And sure, they lose a few guns there. They still get the round. Cloud9.
Well, first gun round to come. Automatic will be taking the AWP again. Glass cannon. Haven't seen Skadoodle with it at all. Maybe we saw it with 1 round, but regardless, it predominantly has been automatic, so an interesting turn of events. Utility usage quickly into the B-bomb site, and eUnited very quick into the B site as well. Smokes are good, allows the safe passage through that Molotov, but Cloud9 well set up here to defend. Rush is in a great spot round the side. Does only get the 1. Thought he might get a little bit more done there, but in the end, 1 is not enough. Moose is in no man's land. We'll lose the aim duel to Flusher, but does tag him down quite low. Bombs planted for eUnited, so now timer working in their favor. Let's see what automatic can show us with the AWP. Actually, he's going to throw it over to Flusher.
Flusher's low at this moment. Not a bad idea, but Ace is going to be watching the Heaven drop out. But Ace, it's picked off, and now it's all down to a 1-on-2, and he's just letting them both go by. Dazzle, that is smart. Good discipline coming out.
Remains unchecked and takes advantage of it. 14 is up for eUnited. Money is, again, absolutely cooked for Cloud9. A 16-6 loss for Cloud9 was what they faced here on Overpass in the Chicago qualifiers. It could be even worse now here in ESL Pro League for their first map.
I can't be really surprised by it so far. eUnited have shown up to be a completely different beast so far today. Cloud9 going to be trying to make this move down mid.
Huge amount of damage from the grenades. This time from eUnited. And a bit of an investment in this round from Cloud9. Pistols, armor, but nothing that's going to stop them from getting a buy next round. Trouble is, though, it just doesn't seem to matter whether they have a buy or not. eUnited have got everything that they need. They've looked really good today.
Also helps when your players are just hitting entries and trading out efficiently as well. Something we didn't see yesterday. It seemed like they were being bamboozled as well. They're not looking bamboozled today. No, sir. Moose hitting that 20 kills right now. Oh, Dazzle so close to getting a double kill.
Or getting killed himself.
Yeah, true that.
There we go. He spots the info under rush. Does actually cop a headshot for it, but he's okay. Backs out. That's a reasonable trade for eUnited. They'll be happy. Where's the bomb, though? 30 seconds, and it's still in T-spawn, so this could go poorly for eUnited if someone manages to somehow cut off that rotation. United
It's
do
not
have to
gonna
get
be
those
cut
running
off.
boots on.
Knife out. Sprint as fast as you can. You can see Relics. He's doing a good job making sure that all these positions are cleared, and he's going to be cutting off this rotation as well. I mean, Automatic picking up an AK-47 or a kill with a USP is probably the best he can hope for at this stage. 2 AKs down there. Dapper on the chase. Able just to run in and get the kill. That's all right. Final buy opportunity now for Cloud9.
Yeah, final opportunity, full stop. Doesn't matter whether it's a buy or not. Here's the previous round where Dazzle just let Cloud9 past him. Biding his time perfectly. It was kind of half checked, but they didn't fully check it. And costs them in the end, Cloud9. Got the AWP again in the hands of Automatic here.
I have to say, it's not easy to hold your composure like this, as Flusher just going on that peak is able to finally bring a little bit of good news for Cloud9. I was just going to say, it's not easy to hold your fire like that. You're coming into a situation 1-on-2. The first thing that you want to do is just shoot at the first target, because you're going to be nervous, you're going to be twitchy, but he just holds it.
Yep. Very composed. Even despite it being his first season here in Pro League. This round, however, most definitely is favouring Flusher. And eUnited now face their first deficit for quite a while that they're going to have to fight back from. Still doable, but obviously not an ideal start to the round, particularly when Ace gets spotted like that. That was the bomb as well. Flush has just been an absolute madman this round. He's been all over the map, running around crazy like.
Yeah, Flush is
got
out.
3 kills.
Flush is bad. He's just off the hook at the moment. He's just gone loose in. Just sprinting around, trying to find anything he can. But for eUnited, only a minor setback, I'd say, for now. They still got 9 rounds to work with, whereas for Cloud9, they've got to be trying to struggle it out, and surely you can't be pulling off gimmick after gimmick like that. There's going to be a time where eUnited is going to punish you. It's only just a matter of time.
Yeah, for sure. Full buy to come through again for eUnited, this time with no AWP. So I wonder if we see something a little bit quicker pace. They've already shown that tendency to go to the B site very fast. Not this time. Setting up by playground in the underpass. Just chilling for the moment is eUnited. Fair bit of utility thrown in already by Cloud9 though.
Yeah, there's still 5 smokes on the side of eUnited, which is really good. It's really risky sometimes to try to take the undisconnector without using smokes or flashbangs, but Dazzle, pretty confident in his abilities. Automatic, going to be mollied and flashbanged out into his own death. Good teamwork coming out once again. You can see that these kills coming in from eUnited on these entries, they're not just people running in. You can always see a Molotov, a flashbang coming in, supporting the peak. I don't know. I'm just fond of the underdog teams, Jordan. That's the whole thing at the end of the day. Like, for Cloud9, it looks really rough. I'm not going to lie. But you got to love it when a team like eUnited come forward and they just go, this is what we've got. We've got some good basic structure. We've got some aim as well.
Yeah.
We can upset some of these teams.
That's definitely your Australian showing through.
100%.
We generally do love the underdog story, most of the time because we are the underdogs. But this is looking really, really good for eUnited. Moose Ace, they found a killer piece, and now it is just Flusher left alive. He'll be dropped, and eUnited will close out their first map of the ESL Pro League in North America Season 8 over Cloud9, 16-6. Definitely a good turnaround from their results yesterday against Renegades, and perhaps it's a bit of insight into the future here as to how the next map will go, because eUnited, they looked fantastic there.
I think that was a much better showing coming out from eUnited compared to yesterday. Like I was saying, their shots looked like they were connecting, they were trading, it looks like they were working more efficiently. That said though, Cloud9 didn't actually have the rounds really to work with on their own CT side to try to... Was it CT side that they started off on? No, sorry, they started off on the T side. They didn't have their economy on the T side, on the side of Cloud9. And when it came to the CT side, didn't have enough rounds to play with. Didn't have the ability to throw enough spanners in the work. On their T side, it just looked dysfunctional.
You reap what you sow.
It looked dysfunctional on their T side at the end of the day. Like that's the realistic aspect of it.
Again, though, this is a fairly new Cloud9 roster, so I don't want to read too much from it. How much time they've had to actually practice with Flusher, I'm not so sure. Like, is Flusher even in North America yet? Again, I don't know. Sometimes these things do come down to sort of visas and whatnot. I'm not as up to date on the North American region, at least in that aspect, as maybe some of the other guys. Maybe on the mainstream, if anyone was interested, you can tune in and see. They might know.
Here's the thing, though. You look at how Cloud9 decided to attack bomb sites most of the time when they're on the T side, and you just go, what are they doing? That's the first question I have to ask. Obviously, you can go, look, they haven't had time to work out the structure and whatnot. It just didn't look like any attacking team. It just looked all over the place at the end of the day. I don't know. I'm going in too much into it. Obviously, Overpass is one of the more difficult ones to be setting up protocols as well as the attacking side. Let's see how they go on Mirage, because Mirage is going to be a lot better to see where they're realistically sitting at.
Yeah, theoretically, it should be a bit of a better chance here for Cloud9 on Mirage. It's not as great of a map for eUnited as what Overpass has traditionally been in the past. But, I mean, I still think based on the form that we've seen so far today, what eUnited have showed us, what Cloud9 have showed us, that actually could end up going the way still of eUnited. Even their past history was 16-13, the way of eUnited, again, when they last met. So there's a kind of a lot going on there that eUnited can kind of take heart in and potentially close this matchup out with a 2-0, and that would just continue the surprises for us here in Season 8.
Hey, at the end of the day, 1-0, can't complain about that so far. They could make it potentially a 2-0 for tonight. That would be an absolute dream for them. So
yeah, absolutely. I tell you what, another dream would be for them, Kevin, is grabbing some MSI products because they work like a dream. I have one. I have a 1070. Everybody knows. I've been talking about it all season long.
you need to come up with some new lines, mate.
I know, it's hard, right? You do the plug next time then, and you can figure out how easy it is going to be. But yeah, look, it's obviously one of the sponsors of the ESL Pro League, and definitely someone that we want to thank for everything. And of course, it does allow us to do what we're doing right now. But anyway, guys, what we are going to do right now is head to a break. Don't go anywhere, though. Our final map of the day is going to be coming up very soon.